Hey guys, we are at SHOT Show 2023. I am here at Palmetto with Justin, and he's going to tell us about a really awesome new product they just came out with. And this is a brand new semi-auto, non-NFA version of the famous STG-44. Is that what it was called?
STG-44.
STG-44. Yep. So this was actually the original assault rifle. When they talk about the Sturmgewehr, the whole term assault rifle has nothing to do with the Democrats are talking about, that nonsense, evil guns. It had to do with this original rifle here, which the Nazis actually came up with during World War II. It was a little late to do them any good, which is probably for the best, but anyhow, it was still an awesome design, unbelievable, revolutionary design. Some of those came into America with GIs. They were battlefield captures, and they brought them back in, and they were registered either right after that or before the 1968 gun amnesty. And trying to get one of those is going to be upwards of $50,000, probably a lot more than that. An original NFA Class 3. And these guys here at Palmetto, they managed to somehow redesign this into semi-auto only. It is a non-NFA rifle. And I know there have been other knockoffs in the past, in 22 caliber, etc. Not so authentic. This one looks a lot better, so I'll let Justin tell us all about this rifle.
Yeah, guys, so this is going to be the first in our series of battlefield rifles, so we plan on copying a lot more, or cloning a lot more of the guns from that era. Stuff that people can't get their hands on, they've always wanted, but, you know, so we're going to get as close as possible as we can. So everything on here is as close as we can get to the original. You've still got the lever bolt system and all that good stuff, so it's pretty... you know, as close, like I say, as close as we can get without being an original STG-44. So these are going to be 100% made in the USA. We're going to offer 4 calibers. We're going to have the original 8mm Kurtz. We're going to have 5.56. We're going to have 300 blackout, and we're going to have 7.62 by 39. We're doing this because we know people want the authentic caliber. But we also know that there's going to be a number of people that are going to want to like be able to shoot it, you know, because 8mm is kind of hard to find. So we want to do it in some common calibers so people have a chance to do it. But yep, so it operates exactly in the same way as an original would. This one, it's actually, these are going to take Stenhags pattern mags. So obviously we're going to ship them with the correct mag, but if you needed to put an AR mag in there, you could on the 5.56 version, because this one is a 5.56 version.
This is 5.56?
Yeah, so like I say, it'll be in 5.56, 300 black, 7.62 by 39, and 8mm Kurtz.
Now, the ones in 8mm Kurtz, are the magazines interchangeable with original magazines?
I think so. Mac, our design engineer on this, isn't here right now, so I'm not exactly the best person to talk to, but okay. I'm pretty sure they will be. He said there's some parts compatibility. It's obviously not 100%.
Right.
But something like the mags, I think, would be one that would be.
That's awesome. And, you know, what's the reliability on this?
So this is the only one I've been able to play around with so far. We played with it, you know, a lot in the shop before we brought it out here.
Okay.
And took the firing pin out and everything. So this one, you know, it was running great when we left the shop. Right now they're not out yet. So this is a pre-production prototype. So right. We're going to be running them big time right now. Just putting lots of rounds on them to make sure they're wearing in properly.
Right.
And that the reliability is there before we even think about sending it to customers.
Sure.
What I've been hearing so far from the engineers and everything is like, this should be out in 2023 for sure. Mm-hmm. But as it stands, I think best case scenario is early summer, early to mid-summer. And then worst case would be more towards the end of the year.
Gotcha. Well, a lot of people are going to be really excited to get this. This was a great idea, yeah. By the way. I mean, you guys are obviously not the first to think about it, but you're the first to actually do this in right. real life, especially in the original caliber.
Right, yeah. So, and like I say, this is just the start of a lot of things we're going to be doing. So,
right.
You know, any cool gun that you can think of from like World War II or the Vietnam era that you've always said, I want one of those, but there's just no way to do it with the current laws.
Right.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to copy or clone those guns, get them as close to possible, and put them in the average man's budget.
That is a wonderful idea, and that's what you guys are made for. You're made for quality firearms, which are affordable. They don't cost a fortune.
Yep, and that's our whole motto. You know, Palmetto State Armory was started so the average man will be able to afford an AR, because it used to be you had to have bukus of money to
Right.
even get one. So we're just trying to make it where everybody can afford them and everybody can enjoy and get into the shooting world. And then the other big thing about it is that we sell enough ARs and AKs and stuff that they're commonplace.
Yep.
They're common use rifles. So when the big bad government tries to take everything, we've eliminated that option for them because so many people have bought.
That is amazing. You guys are doing God's work. Now, one last question for you. What's going to be the MSRP on these?
So I won't be able to really speak to an exact number until we get all the production parts in.
Okay.
But from what I'm hearing right now, it should be somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not cheap, but it's still nothing near the 50 grand you're going to pay for an original.
Exactly. But there is a lot of machining that goes into this, and a lot of very it's not an AR where you just piece it together in 2 minutes.
Right. This is a complicated weapon to make.
Exactly. Yeah. There was 8 years of R&D that went into this thing.
Right.
It wasn't like we just took one and 3D printed it and ready to go. Like, I mean, this has been in the works for 8 years. So.
Was it based on original blueprints?
I'm not sure. I know Mac was all behind that, so I haven't really been able to talk to him much. I think he based it on original blueprints and a couple of the original models he had.
Right.
And reverse engineered it from there.
That is awesome. So, listen, I mean, this is an amazing idea. I'm so glad that you guys came out with this, and I'm really excited when it hits the market. I'll be really happy to see that. So, hey, thank you so much, and good luck to you guys.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely.